wanted just certainty when we would have to. So it is spoken, and so is it done. I promise my shield and my sword, Vigilant One.
Good to see you. Thanks again.
I want to see those traps.
You're a friend of the Zent now. Assuming we make it back there in one piece.
Strip this place bare!
Chihiro wants to know about supplies. Will we make it home? burning through our oil, but it should just about do.
Just about?
Blood, this is heavy.
Just about. We shouldn't hang around too long, though.
It's for a good cause.
Last night's best buy.
Aye.
Right here.
Stock up while you can. I only hope I brought enough to see us through.
Jahira seems sure of you. I hope she's right. This barricade might keep the shadows out, but it won't help against what's already inside. Too dark to tell.
I bet they're close. Watching us.
Good to see a friendly face.
Take a stroll, have a drink. Enjoy them while you can.
Yeah. There's more where that came from.
Hey! That's close enough. You ain't no Harper and you ain't no Fist. Don't need the likes of you crashing our party.
Give it a rest, Alfred. We need all the goddamned help we can get.
You got a name? Good. Wouldn't want to piss on the wrong grave come the morrow.
Shut up. And you? Keep walking.
God's blood, this is heavy.
It's for a good cause.
Aye. Our asses. See any movement out there?
Too dark to tell.
I bet they're close. Watching us. Yeah. There's more where that came from.
Wish we had stone. Or steel.
I wish we had a bloody army. How's the barricade coming along? Hold out the darkness forever.
What do we have here?
My faith will guide me.
Out of sight, out of mind. Let's get in and out. Bring your pocket to mine.
Being arrested for theft. If you have a defense, make it now.
Pretty, but it can take it.
It'll need to. Cleric's magic won't hold out the darkness forever.
Bet I can crack that open. What's in here? There is work to do. Is that blood? No, never mind. My faith protects me. All's well that ends not as bad as it could have.
Poor Karlak. She can finally seek out the touch of another, only to be told she might not have much time left. Very serious of you. But go ahead. Well, I'd be lying if I said I hadn't been dwelling on becoming a Dark Justiciar. Perhaps seeing the power of Shah unleashed on that land is keeping the thought in my mind. But don't worry. I still have plenty of room for you in both mind and heart.
Baldur's Gate can't. Patient. Plan is to do nothing. Let the Duke while Baldur's Gate burns.
Cultists! It was so dark. I didn't realize until the children started screaming. They rounded us up, cut us up, said they were taking whoever could still walk to Moonrise Towers. I managed to get away. But my love, Dennis. I've always been good at running. Unlike Dennis, I didn't realize one day our lives would depend on it. I just wish I could have said goodbye. Not unless you can bring him back. Can you? It's hard to imagine him making it after everything that happened. But if you find him, it would mean the world to me. What am I going to do?
Welcome to our humble... Wait, are you Karlach? A lot of us were in Avernus. We saw you fighting. You were so good.
Well, yeah, I guess I was. I mean, you should avoid fighting for devils if you can. But if you can't, it helps to have a good right hook.
I saw you lay out a Maw demon in 2 hits. Bam! Bam! We were all like, whoa! How'd you learn to fight like that?
Had to. Life didn't pull any punches. It was up to me to learn to take a hit and deal one back.
I've been tossed around a lot too. I want to learn how to fight back too.
From the look of things, you've got your wits about you. A clever mind and a bit of style will take you a long way. Fight with those, and you may find you never need to use your fists at all.
In that case, want to buy a lucky ring I found?
Ah! Nice try, Shorty. Keep it up, though, and you'll be scamming with the greats in no time. It is, isn't it? Hope he makes it out of this mess with his wits in one piece. I'd like to see him set up in a proper home in the city. Every kid deserves that.
Well, my day just improved. Did you want something?
Check it out. We've gone legitimate, and Mole put me... I'm alive, ain't I? What's not to like? I'm not supposed to mention it to anyone. But I do have something pretty special in stock. A key. What does it look like? What does it open? What treasures await behind its lock? That's for one lucky buyer to find out. Mole gave it to me, and said I shouldn't let it go to just any old jackaday. No, she didn't. Fine.
Don't wander far. We need to talk.
Check it out. We've gone legitimate, and Mole put me in charge. What do you need? What does it look like? Mole gave it to me, and said I shouldn't let it go to just any old jackaday. Don't worry. It isn't legal. Don't be shy. Have a gander at the finest stock.
Hand me the bottle. It's not hard. And I don't want to give you that, but I will, damn it!
There's another bottle of Arabellan Dry back there. Put it on the bar, then piss off and leave me alone.
Jaheira said we should serve drinks, but that we shouldn't serve drunks.
Jaheira didn't save your ragged little tail from the cultists. I did. I'd rather drown than talk to a sanctimonious prick like you. If you're here to save the day again, you're a little late this time. Oh, sod off! I'm only here because you helped me and my family. I was ready to cut and run back at the Grove, but you had other ideas. Carl and Leo are taken in by your crap. You convinced them to play hero, and now they're gone. Dead for all I know. Or in the cult's tower with the others who were taken. They're my responsibility. You go save the world. Or your own arse. Or whatever it is you do. I'll fix this.
I tried telling Mr. Rowland that he'd had enough too.
Last night's best bargains, right here.
With a flick of the wrist.
Don't be shy. Have a gander at the finest stuff. Premium trinkets and doodahs.
Oh, you're all right. Thank goodness. I was worried they'd got you too. I keep replaying it. Over and over in my head. They lined us up like dogs. Asherak was with the kids, telling them it was going to be all right. Maybe that's why they picked him. Told him to kneel. They took his eyes first. Then his tongue. Roland, of all people, saved us. He said he stayed in the Grove because of you. And I'm damn glad of it. Without him, well, none of us would be here. Can you blame him? His brother and sister are gone. He's dealing with it as best he can. We all are. How do you do it? How do you keep going? Heart's Requiem, right? The hero survives a war and rebuilds her life, stronger than ever. A tale worth remembering. Especially now. You've done so much for us already. But I have to ask. The others might still be out there. If they're not dead, they're in Moonrise. And gods have mercy on anyone in that hell's pit. Thank you. If anyone can manage it, you can. Just be careful up there, all right? I can't handle anyone else dying.
gander at the finest stock.
I had a sip from a bottle someone didn't finish. It wasn't very nice.
Her focus is on stopping the cult. She'll sacrifice everyone to achieve that. Eli's doing her best.
Premium trinkets and doodads.
This place is awesome. There's so much stuff.
But we do know that anyone who goes...
What's that?
I missed that. Awesome.
Let us move.
Thought you'd be 10 yards tall, the way Zevlor spoke of you. Ceres, Scout. Seems we missed one another at the Grove, but the others told me how you helped us. A pity. You pulled them from one death trap, only for me to land them in this one.
Aye, and more than half the others with him.
We were ambushed, out in the cursed lands. Cultists of this absolute. Zevlor froze, begged us to surrender. But they were toying with us, making examples. And we'd had enough of taking it. Those of us who cut free just kept running till we found this place. The others... maybe the cult got them. Maybe the curse.
It's hard to tell. We were alone in the darkness one moment, surrounded the next.
This army of the Absolute is growing and flowing towards Moonrise. There's worse than goblins on the roads now. I thought we might pass unnoticed along the fringes of this place, escape the owlbear by hiding in its shadow, so to speak. You can see exactly how well that went. Zevlor had hope. It didn't save him. A little sense will serve us better, I think. But... thanks. It was sweet of you to try.
Last Light's best bargains, right here.
Look, you're welcome and all, but I got to chat with bigger fish. Later.
It's good to see you again. I'd ask if you've made any progress with your little problem, but the telltale twitching of your eye is answer enough. My dear, nothing is coincidence. Mortals trifle themselves with free will, as if their betters have not molded every potential path ahead. No offense meant, of course. I'm sure everyone in Last Light thinks they could have changed things. They're not the only ones ripe for temptation, you know. My last contract here fed me for decades. At times I wonder if some other fiend swapped out your tongue with that of an ox. I never surrender knowledge for free, but one good turn deserves another, does it not? To repay you for the souls sent my way, I offer a taste of the truth. Ketheric Thorm, proud father, man of faith, utter fool. On the night the Harpers sealed him away, someone murdered his entire army in cold blood. Now who would possibly benefit from such a massacre? If you want to know more, I could work the exchange of such precious knowledge into the terms of your future deal. But the time for quibbling over clauses and contracts hasn't quite arrived. You'll be limping back to me soon enough. For now, I'm afraid you've already made me late for a meeting with another client. I'll see you soon.
Seems someone's been skimming our supplies. Is anyone keeping an eye on those children from El Dorel? Maybe not, Mom.
I heard you the first time.
Last Light's best bargains, right here!
Right back at you.
Patrols report more activity among the cultists, Mom. Preparing to march, I wager. Seems that way.
Out of your way as soon as I'm finished.
Like I got something back. Something I've wanted for a really long... When I touched you, I felt like a real person. My heart was racing, but I didn't hurt you. I don't have to be afraid of myself anymore. I don't have to hold back. Not sure the world's ready for unleashed Karlach, but it's getting it anyway. Thanks to Dammon. Thanks to you. Thanks to fate. Touch! Touch everything! Touch everyone that'll let me. Shake hands, dance a waltz, maybe even kiss a face or two if I find a good candidate. The world's my funhouse. Me too, soldier. Gods, me too. For every knock we take, I feel like I get a little treat just to keep me going. Ugh, I don't want to think about that now. Misery always overstays its welcome, and joy leaves too soon. I'll cry later, but not now. Oh, fine. I'll be here eating dirt or whatever.
If you have an alternative in mind, please.
Seems someone's been skimming our supplies. Is anyone keeping an eye on those children from Elturel? Maybe not, Mom.
We do know that anyone who goes...
Thought you'd be... Ceres, Scout. A pity. You...
Aye.
They were toys. Those of us who cut free just kept running till we found this place. You can see exactly how well that went. Prison's the best I can hope for the ones we left behind. Zevlor seemed to think the cult wanted us alive. I almost hope he never found out why. Watch your back out there.
Given your own nature, are you really the one to judge?
Still breathing, despite everything.
Careful! Don't drop anything. I didn't drop anything. Good! Keep not dropping things.
It's good to see you again. I'd ask if you've made any progress with your little problem. But the telltale twitching of your eye is answer enough. You flatter yourself. You're not the only soul of interest in this ruin. This is Last Light, where hope hangs on by a single withered thread. I can mend it or cut it, depending on what they ask for. They're not the only ones ripe for temptation, you know. My last contract here fed me for decades. Family troubles. Not my family, of course. I never surrender knowledge for free. But one good turn deserves another, does it not? To repay you for the souls sent my way, I offer a taste of the truth. Ketheric Thorm, proud father, man of faith, utter fool. On the night the Harpers sealed him away, now who would possibly ben? If you want to know more, I could work the exchange of such precious knowledge into the terms of your future deal. But the time for quibbling over clauses and contracts, not with you at least. Although I sense there's something your friend wants to ask me.
I do. I have a proposal for you.
A proposal? If you're hoping to taste my blood, little vampling, think again. It burns hotter than wyvern whiskey.
This is serious business, devil. My old, well, a long time ago, someone carved some runes into my back. I'd rather like to know what they say.
You haven't told them? And you've kept your clothes on this whole time? How unlike you. Why not let them see? Don't be shy.
God damn it.
Don't worry. I'm motivated to help you. Scars often tell such wonderful stories. I think yours might be truly exquisite. I'll see you soon.
Well, now you know. Cazador worked on it from dusk until dawn, all with an ancient blade he called his needle. Cutting and tearing, starting over if I screamed or winced too much. It was a rough night. But what's done is done, so how about we stop talking about it and just get on with things? Although I should probably get dressed first.
Premium trinkets and doodahs.
No one stopped me yet.
Hiss! I say hiss! And yet you harm me by your very presence. This is my territory, and you're in it. I'll allow it. I slinked, of course. Good of you to notice. For my part, I have noticed the cleric is a liar. She promised me a bit of milk. Do you see any milk, do you? Nor do I. Disgraceful. You've had enough. Now go. Quickly. Hiss.
I had a sip from a bottle.
Look, you're welcome and all, but I got to chat with bigger fish. Later.
Ah, you found your way. Good. I thought I'd scout ahead, check for any nasty surprises, of which I found a great deal. Shades, death, harpers, flaming fist, and this, of course. And the makings of an alchemist's workbench. Ingredients, too. There's a recipe I'm trying to replicate. Something that might help you. That is, if you're still going to help Wulbren and the others. In that case, you'll be very pleased to learn what I have in store for you. A new type of smoke powder. All the bang and boom of the original, but with an extra surprise. I call it the Brilliant Retort. You'll need it if you're going to survive this cursed place. You'll need it if you're going to get into Moonrise Towers and help the Deep Gnomes taken prisoner there. You'll need it if you're going to save Wulbren. They didn't get trapped. They were kidnapped. Taken against their will by those cultists. If I ever get my hands on one of them... well... with you on the job, perhaps I won't have to find out. I'll do my part, according to my talents. And you, I hope, will do yours. The Brilliant Retort will aid you. Thus, I will make it. Unless you've got access to a 300-year-old Tempusian apothecarial almanac? No. But that's for me to worry about. You do whatever it is you do. Some of us are counting on you.
Don't be shy. Have a gander at the finest stock.
Perhaps a bit more of this. Good point. I hadn't thought of that.
Premium trinkets
Patrols
and
report more
doodads.
activity among the cultists, Mum. Preparing to march, I wager. Seems that way.
I don't even know if we'll ever recover. But we do know that anyone who goes charging into those shadows is dead. So the plan is to do nothing. Let the Duke rot in prison.
Last light.
I intend to find her. What I won't do is send any more of our people into the curse.
I had a sip from a bottle someone didn't finish.
She wanted the same thing we
It
did.
wasn't very nice. If you like it, it means you're a rogue.
Have a gander.
Something good here, I hope.
Premium trinkets and doodads. Don't be shy. Have a gander at the finest stock.
Is anyone keeping an eye on those children from Elturel?
Listen.
Premium trinkets and doodahs. Right here.
Just out of view. Take it easy while you can.
Premium trinkets and doodahs.
I didn't realize I had an audience. The true soul who's going to save us all. I'm Isabel. Pleased to meet you. I am a cleric of Our Lady of Silver, the moon goddess Selûne. As long as I keep channeling her power, this inn stays uncursed. A defense to your offense. We've been waiting, hoping against hope, for someone like you. Free from the Absolute's influence, yet able to walk among cultists. It's almost too good to be true. But I'd be a poor cleric indeed not to avail of a blessing when I see one. Let me guess. Jaheira's sent you to beg a protection spell off her favorite cleric. Perfect. It'll make you immune to the lesser effects of the Shadow Curse, which will get you closer to the towers. But there are places it won't help. Places where the curse is darker, stronger. The cultists are able to traverse even the deepest shadows, though. I don't know how. The Harpers are trying to figure it out. There is, actually. While you're busy in the towers, I'll be sure to... Wait. Do you hear that? Something's wrong.
Hello, Isabel.
It's good to see you again. I'd ask if you've made any progress with your little... My dear, nothing is coincident. They're not the only ones ripe for temptation, you know. My family troubles. I never surrender knowledge for free. But one good turn deserves another, does it not? To repay you for the soul sent my way, I offer. Not with you, at least. Although I sense there's something your friend wants to ask me.
My old... well... a long time ago.
You haven't told them? And you've kept your clothes on this whole time? How unlike you. Why not let them see? Don't be shy.
Cazador worked on it from dusk and... But what's done is done. Although I...
Ah, you found your way. I thought shades. There's a rest. That is, if you're still going to help Wulbren and the others. In that case, a new type. You'll need it. If you're going to survive, you'll need it. If you're going to save Wulbren. Let's call a thing a thing. A deep gnome won't get far into... You, on the other hand, I'll do my part according to my talents. The brilliant retort will aid you. Thus, I will make it when I'm finished making it. Let's not ruin the surprise, some of us are...
That will fit in my bag.
please. Be welcome. Have a drink.
Oh, my gods.
To your very good health.
Yeah. I mean, it's an honor, milady.
I will gladly drink to your health as well, Garlac. Well over a century old, and yet it hasn't lost a hint of flavor. Still not quite so sure about you, though. People tend to lose more than just flavor when illithids get their hands on them. I speak from experience. There's an air about you. Something alien. Answer me true and do not lie. The parasite is changing you, isn't it? And you're certain you will continue to resist? Good. I will take your word for it. And hold you to it, too. I have every reason to be cautious. I've traced people like you. People with parasites in their brains. All the way here from Baldur's Gate. The cult of the Absolute is spreading through the city. Quietly, quickly, and with unsettling deliberation. We tracked them to this ancient village, only to be faced with a man we killed and buried over a century ago. General Gadrick Thorm. Remember that name. He's the leader of the Absolutists. He was a Sharan once. Took to building an army of dark justiciars beneath this very village. Alongside the local druids, we made it our business to see him deposed, dead and buried. But he's returned. Not only does General Gadrick Thorm live again, it seems he is no longer mortal. He has become, in fact, invincible. We met him on the road here, commanding an army of the Absolute, intent on destroying Baldur's Gate. I put an arrow through his eye myself, only to watch him pluck it out like a splinter. He healed right in front of me and chased us into the shadows. Things looked hopeless. But experience has taught me that no matter how bleak things look, there's always hope. You are that hope. Protected by your artifact, you can infiltrate his forces at Moonrise Towers, posing as a true soul. Find out what it is that makes him invincible, so we can strip him of his advantage. Once Gadrick is without his shield, the sword, together we assault his tower and put a final end to this blight. Without a cure to your infection, that lifetime might become rather limited. I promise I will do everything I can to make sure you survive this. Any cure starts with understanding the disease. Whatever magic Gadrick's using to control these tadpoles, it must be at Moonrise. You're not our only secret weapon. Isabel, a faithful cleric of Selûne, and a light in the darkness. She cast the moon shield around the inn. It's the only reason we're still alive. She's upstairs in her chambers. Tell her I sent you, and she'll see you through the shadows safely.
Last night's best bargains, right here!
A whisper.
A bust of Ketheric Thorm as he once was, a devotee of Selûne.
Let's see what this does.
Playtime's over, pet. Oh, I love this time of year. The dickheads start popping up wherever you look.
What do you want, Mizora?
Drop the attitude and perk up your ears. You've got a new mission. Absolute's cult has gone and grabbed one of Zariel's assets. A devil. And a powerful one at that. They're locked up in the cult's fortress, Moonrise Towers. And you're getting him out. Well, your playmate's wasting precious time. Let's see about getting her priorities fixed. Clause Z, Section 13. Should promised soul refuse obeyance or neglect duty, the pact holder shall cast the promised into Avernus as a lemure. I'll make it simple.
Mizora's words may be flippant, but they are tinged with desperation. She cannot afford for Will to fail this mission. This may be your best chance to negotiate Will out of his pact.
Oh, and what condition is that?
Your mind links with Will's, drawn in by his increasing panic.
What are you doing?
Will relaxes, and your connection fades.
Interesting. Now, why should I go letting my favorite pet off his leash? Incredible. You actually think you hold the winning hand? Fine. I'll play your game. But I amend the pact once the mission's done, not before. Clause F, Section 9. Soulbinder shall... Now, to Moonrise, pet. And do you mind the shadows? They've been especially hungry. God damn it! Why did it have to be Mizora? Why did it have to be Zariel? We're supposed to risk our necks to get one of her assets? What if it's a runaway like me? Or something far worse? I want to believe that as much as you do. Almost as much as Will does. But I just know there will be more to the story. There always is. It's a bad idea to play games with the devil. You'd never win. Not ever.
You know, I feel a connection between us. Like we're two souls walking the same path. You might be a little naive in the ways of the world, but I see promise in you. Ambition. Such a strong word. We have our differences, but we don't have to, do we? I just worry that we're not considering all our options when it comes to our uninvited guests. How many people are infected with them, do you think? Hundreds? Thousands? And they're not just goblin trash. There are powerful people in the Worm's thrall. Whoever's waiting for us at Moonrise Towers controls it all. But if we can take that control from them, imagine the power we'd wield. I mean, I assume there's some device controlling these things, so we find that. Murder some people and, Look, I'm not a details person, all right? But turning up and causing chaos has worked for us so far. I'm just saying, there's an opportunity here. If we can control the tadpoles, we can keep ourselves safe. And liberate the world from this evil. I knew I was right about you. It's so good to find a kindred spirit. Of course, this all assumes we live long enough to find this, moonrise. But I'm feeling optimistic.
The more bullshit she pours, the more of it I'm forced to swallow. Mazora set me on fiends inside and outside the Hells. She's never ordered a rescue. Gods. She makes a mockery of everything the Blade stands for. Such an asshole. Thank you for sticking your neck out for me. I mean it, but I'm not going to celebrate till I'm actually free. Can already feel her scheming. She won't let me go without a fuss. Trust me on this. Not a one. All that matters is that we free it. Fail, and I'm made a mindless blob clawing at demons on the front lines of the Blood War. And it means everything to me. I always knew what my future held. And I know I chose right.
The Shadow Curse is upon us. As foul as I remember it. Perhaps even worse. But with the Oak Father's blessing, we may soon see it banished from these lands. This land is more than just soil and rock, root and leaf. It is a living being, in the form of a young Fey boy, with the forest itself in his eyes. His name is Thaniel. I've met him in my meditations, but since the curse was unleashed, I have not felt his presence. He is its prisoner, I fear. And as long as he remains so, his domain will lie in darkness. But if we can find him, we can break the curse. If you learn anything of the Shadowfell, or of a boy with the forest in his eyes, find me at once. I can't be exact, unfortunately. Time and the Shadow Curse won't have been kind to any traces that would have been left behind. A living witness is unlikely, I'll admit. But perhaps there'll be an unliving witness, or some lingering echo of what we seek. Don't worry. If you find something, you will know it.
Karlach's fate may be ordained, but her actions are not. She will make each breath count. You can be sure of that.
You know, I've been catching myself smiling more lately. I think that's your fault. Difficult to say. A fellow servant of the Night Singer would surely be an ally to me under most circumstances. But something doesn't add up. I'll need to see where his allegiances truly lie. Very serious of you. But, well, I'd be lying if I said I hadn't been dwelling on becoming a dark but don't worry. I still have plenty of room for you in both mind and heart.
If death is soon to take Karlak, she should make every moment as rich as the last. Fight viciously, roar loudly, step boldly. She must make herself known.
Once again, your mind opens to Lae'zel, and she considers
more writings on Orpheus, the so-called Prince of the Comet. Good. Let that be the end of it. Greeting.
I've attended my share of fancy balls and masquerades. A few elegant moves can turn all the right heads. Figured it was time to brush up on my skills. I wouldn't want to fail my new partner. As luck would have it, she just arrived. May I have this dance? Don't worry. It's not really about the dance. It's about whose we're dancing with. How utterly charming. No need to be modest. You were a delight to behold. Now, perhaps we might try a more intimate style. Well, it's getting late. We can't face the morrow if we don't bid farewell to the now. Thank you. For the dance, I mean. I won't forget it. The more bullshit she pours, the more of it I'm... Mazora's gods. She makes a mockery of everything the blade stand. Not a one. Fail. And I made a mindless blob. And I always knew... Thank you. But I'm not going to sell... She won't let me go without making a fuss. Trust me on that.
Premium trinkets and She wants the same thing we do. To save the city.
But she doesn't care if the Grand Duke lives or dies. I wouldn't go that far. But her focus is on stopping the cult. And I suspect she'd sacrifice anyone to achieve that. Jaylar's doing her best, but he shows no signs of waking.
We can wait.
Don't be silly.
If you have an alternative in mind, please do propose it.
Don't even know if he'll ever recover.
But we do know that anyone who goes charging into those shadows is dead.
So the plan is to do nothing. Let the Duke rot in prison while Baldur's Gate burns.
Far from it. We need a way into the towers. I intend to find one. What I won't do is send any more of our people into the curse.
Any help from you?
She wants the same thing we do. To save the city.
She doesn't care if the Grand Duke lives. I wouldn't go that far. But her focus is on stopping the cult. And I suspect she'd sacrifice anyone to achieve that. Jaylar's doing her best, but he shows no signs of waking. But Baldur's Gate can't.
At least things have stayed interesting.
I didn't realize I had an audience. The true soul who's going to save us all. I'm Isabel. Pleased to meet you. Myself and Our Lady are doing what we can to hold the line, free from the Absolute's influence. It's almost too good to be true. Let me guess. Jaheira's sent you to beg a protection spell off... Perfect. It'll make you immune to the lesser effects of the Shadow Curse, which will get you closer to the towers. But there are places it won't help. Places where the curse is darker, stronger. The cultists are able to traverse even the deepest shadows, though. I don't know how. The Harpers are trying to figure it out. Ketheric is a frightening man. But you have something he doesn't. While you're busy in the towers, I'll be sure to... Wait. Do you hear that? Something's wrong.
Hello, Isabel.
Marcus, is that you? What's happened to you?
I've been blessed. You can be too. Come with me. and you can hear all about it from Ketherick himself.
He's a flaming fist. Or was. Came with the others when we created this haven.
And I thank you for your hospitality. True soul, my instructions are clear. Take the girl to Ketherick, alive.
A haunting face swims into your mind's eye, its instructions vivid in your mind. Nothing is more important than bringing the girl alive.
What's going on? If you have something to say, say it.
Pathetic. The Absolute sees all. Your treachery will be punished.
The Absolute. Of course. You can't believe them, Marcus. Ketherick will never give you whatever it is you've been promised.
He already has. Time to go, Isabel.
These boots have seen everything. Right, time to skulk about. I'd be cautious.
Come along, Isabel.
You'll make excellent fertilizer.
ready? 'Cause I am!
Your penance will be paid now.
I'll be fine. Softer than a whisper. Got to press on.
Take
On I go.
There's a parasite in that corpse, brimming with potent magic.
Let's just go already. That's why we should leave now.
Isabel, are you all right?
I'm fine.
And that was no random attack. You were the target, Isabel. They know how important you are. But they don't know about you. Ketheric will strike again. We need you to strike first. Discover the source of his invulnerability. Make him mortal so we can make him bleed. Good luck.
We're in more danger than I knew. If something happens to me, everyone in this inn is dead. Like that. Why does a man like him do anything? Power, spite, some kind of twisted personal morality. I can understand why he'd want me dead. Without me keeping the curse at bay, everyone in this inn, everyone intent on killing him, is dead too. As for why he'd want to take me alive, I don't know. And I don't want to find out. Now that we have you, I hope I won't have to. No mercy. For Ketheric will have none on you. End this. I pity you. Truly.
We don't even know the way to Moonrise.
When did you turn?
Is anyone keeping an eye on those children from Eldorado?
Guys. It's fine. Jahira won't even notice we're gone.
Doesn't matter. Mole needs us.
I know, but we need a plan.
Mole would do the same for any of us. You know it.
But how do we get into Moonrise? We can't fight those shadows.
We could. I beat up those harpies, and they're way scarier than shadows.
You know what Mole would hate more than anything? Bad things happening to us. You've seen what's out there. We wouldn't stand a chance.
It's our job to bring Mole back.
Look at her. She's a proper adventurer. And if we got hurt, Mole would be really mad at us.
Fine. But you gotta understand, Mole is family. Bring her back, please.
We'll keep an eye on Isabel. If they send anyone else to snatch her, we'll be there to stop them.
I can find one. What I won't do is send any more of our hands.
She doesn't care if the graduate lives or dies. I wouldn't go that far. But her focus is on stopping the cult. I suspect she'd sacrifice anyone.
Leah, Cal, if you see this, stay put. I will return in a 10-day at most. I repeat, stay put.
You'll need help to survive those shadows. Only a fool would face them alone.
I don't even know if he'll ever recover.
Might be useful. What's hiding here?
They took Mole. I couldn't stop them.
Point. Hadn't thought of that. But we do know that anyone who goes charging into those shadows is dead.
So the plan is to do nothing. He still won't speak. Just keeps going with the bloody song.
Nothing of use on his person.
His original writ of duty. Signed by Eltan himself. Fella must be one of the very first Flaming Fist.
He must know something. Let's not give up on him yet. I don't suppose you found a way into the towers? Merciful Timora. That's the first piece of good news I've heard since Elturel. But I'm not pinning all my hopes on you. I trust you will do everything you can to free the Duke. But in case you don't find a way, I'll be heading to Baldur's Gate to seek reinforcements. The Council sent a carrier pigeon with news that the city has been dealing with absolutist attacks. The Steel Watch is holding strong. I'll request that Lord Gortash send some of them to aid in the fight against Moonrise. The curse won't harm them.
Holy shit. That's my old boss. The guy who sold me to Zariel.
Lord Gortash is the man responsible for the creation of the Steel Watch. It's no wonder he earned the title. The Steel Watch are the future of warfare. Gondian automatons that can be sent into battle without risking any lives, except those of our enemies. Lord Gortash had only completed work on the prototypes before Ravengard and I left for Elturel, but even they were formidable. With the Steel Watch at our backs, we can storm the tower whatever Ketheric throws at us. I'm sure of it. I'll do my best, but there's every chance I'll fall to the curse or the cult before I reach the city. Don't count on me and assume no aid is coming. Work with Jaheira. That Harper's mind is as sharp as her blade. Follow her guidance. Farewell. We'll meet again, God's willing.
You know, I've been catching myself.
You already know the story. I was Gortash's bodyguard, loyal as they come, when he made the deal with Zariel. She got a test subject for her infernal engine. I never found out what he... This is the kind of man who gets a title. Authority. Makes me sick. No. But they always seem to get it, don't they?
King in the shade where we are walking. We are fierce and black and red. We...
Heard you're meant to be heading toward the towers. I'm not as hopeful as Floric. For my money, we're better off strategizing without him.
Flame Color. That's your name, isn't it? Art Color? I'm Fistula.
Nathaniel and me are climbing up a tree.
We need you, sir. One of our own's been taken, a Grand Duke. You might know something that could help us bring him back. We found him out in the shadows, just wandering. Nothing survives out there for long.
Don't know how he made it, or where he came from.
This is no physical ailment. It is a spiritual malaise. The man's mind has been gripped by the Shadowfell, yet it has not broken.
Really? Could you bring him here? You'd be glad of the help, wouldn't you, sir? You hear me, don't you, sir? You might not be able to answer, but you hear me. A century locked inside a Sharan curse will do things to a man. But you're not alone, sir. We're here with you. And I'm sure you've got relations, maybe some long-lived friends even, who'll want to be seeing you. Maybe he was a musician.
You notice the distinctive calluses on the man's hands, the kind only developed from decades of playing the lute.
Oh, if you know how to get through to him, don't hesitate.
The patient is physically well, but psychologically detached, dissociated from himself. Without a reminder of who he is, of what he held dear, his mind will remain lost to the darkness.
This was in his pocket. He doesn't seem to have any reaction to it now, but he held on to it for 100 years anyway. If he does, he isn't sane.
And you and me do just what we please together, waiting for the sun forever. Monsters snuffling and stalking in the shade where we are walking. We are fearsome, black and red. We are living, they are dead. Two of us, safe to the end.
So he was at the House of Healing. Wonder what he found.
And you and me are climbing up the tree, and we see what we see and do just what we please together, waiting for the sun forever. We see shadows, they get darker, our hiding place is brighter. Together, waiting for Fearsome black and red. We are living. They are dead. Two of us safe to the end. Climbing up a tree, and we see what we see. What we please together, waiting for the sun. Forever we see shadows, they get darker.
Tragedy. Worse than that. Crime.
Do just what we please together, waiting for the sun. Forever, snuffling and stalking. Shade where we are walking.
He is? Then I will go to see him at once. Join me when you can.
We are fearsome black and red. We are living. They are dead.
I want to have a word. Seems simple enough.
Has he shown any sign of coming to his senses?
None. His wits have departed him, I fear.
Do not give up hope just yet.
Daniel and me are climbing up.
It's true then. He's met Thaniel. There's no other way he'd know that name. This is just what we needed. Well done. We need to wake him. He must know something about where to find Thaniel. If he was able to escape the Shadowfell, then it mustn't have managed to consume his spirit. Well, not all of it anyway. We need to unlock whatever's left of him, inside his head. There must be something to trigger him. A word, a memory, an item. We just need to find it. I don't deserve you, my friend.
We are fearsome black and red. We are living.
Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much. good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much.
I was hoping you'd come to chat. What do you need?
Thou hast now a bosom companion. Take care that thou art not distracted on thy quest, seeking the comforts of the flesh. Recall that in time, all becomes dust and bone.